life. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty much content with just rhyming all day.
Or Digital can instantly share pictures.
I can start. Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show. Later, you know what it is. Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's time how we do. Hey. They said, we said we hit. They said, we said we on. They said, we said strong. They said, we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said, we said we in. They said, we said on. They said, we said strong. They said, we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you Red Fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super close like I'm playing for Blizzard. Cut you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go.
Yo, what is cracking? It's your boy Ham Solo here for the very first time of 2025. What's cracking, y'all? Thanks for sliding through. Hopefully you don't mind my new camera view. It doesn't look as sturdy as I'd like. But you know, it works. It works, and I don't have a problem with it. I got my glasses on, my Ray-Ban Meta glasses on, so I got some music playing in my headphones while I'm talking to you guys, so I got a little something to jam out and to listen to, because the type of music that I'm probably jamming and listening to would definitely get me in trouble on the YouTube stream. So I definitely can't jam onto that. But in case you were curious what I've been listening to, let me go on ahead and tell you real quick what's been cracking with me, what I've been fucking with, what I've been listening to. As of lately, I've been listening to, if you heard of this person, I don't know if you've heard of him or not, but his name is Isaiah Rashad. I've been jamming some Isaiah Rashad quite a bit. I've also been jamming some anime and video game music quite a bit lately. The one I posted on Twitter, or X, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, was from the Persona 5 soundtrack, right? Beneath the Mask. Dope ass song from the Persona 5 soundtrack. I highly recommend you check out that soundtrack. If you haven't, whether you play the game or not, the soundtrack itself is fire. But I absolutely love the game, and that's why I ended up first starting listening to the soundtrack. Same with Stalker. I've been listening to some of Stalker's soundtrack as well. But as for music that you may have heard of, some Gucci Mane, a little bit of Julio Folio, some Rams. I forgot what that one do. Stormzy. I was also listening to Stormzy too, some UK drill rap and shit like that. So like, I don't know. I've been finding myself getting a little bit more into UK drill, which is, I don't know, it's interesting to me. But anyways, what's cracking, everybody? Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Come on through, say a little something in the chat. You're more than welcome to. Good morning to each and every one of you. Happy New Year's. I will be sending in the link to call in here in just a moment. I just wanted to get my introduction done first and just kind of say hello to everybody. This is a call-in show, so you will be able to come through, spit your bars, talk about what you think about whichever topic that happens to be on. So as of right now, I don't have a topic that I'm talking about quite yet, but I definitely have things that I want to talk about. So I'll be getting to those here real shortly. I'm just getting a couple things set up in the background just to make sure everything is good to go from the start, so I ain't got to deal with no BS when I invite anybody in. So let's go on ahead and get it cracking. Yeah, so hopefully everybody's been having a good start of the year. If you don't know me yet, I'm Ham Solo 05 Gaming here from the TSWS Gaming YouTube channel, the channel that you're currently checking out right now. I talk to all different sorts of people, whether it happens to be other gamers, some developers, some content creators and stuff like that. So that's just to give you a little bit of lowdown on me if you didn't know already. But like I said, here today, we're going to be mostly talking about some of the current events that has happened as of lately in the last couple of weeks, especially since I haven't really been here too much. And I'll also be definitely inviting those of you that feel the need to come through and spit your piece, to come through and, you know, say something, talk about what you've been up to, what you've been doing, and maybe talk about the subject that happens to be on the docket. But now that I finally got the link to be able to join, I'm gonna throw that in the chat. I'm gonna spam it in the chat 3 times, and you don't have to join. Nobody has to join. But if you want to and you have something to say, or if you want to challenge the way that I think about something or whatever, feel free to come in, spit your piece. If you're talking crazy, racist, or any kind of wild way, I will kick your ass out real quick. I don't care. This is my channel. This is my show. This is the way I want to do my thing. So you respect me, I'll respect you, and I ain't going to call you out your name, so don't call me out mine. But anyways, I'm going to spam this in the chat 3 times right here, and if any of you want to come in at any point, just going ahead and click the button. You can come on through here. I will double check your mic and everything and make sure everything's good to go, and then we'll just keep it pushing from there. But let's go on ahead and talk about what's cracking, what I wanted to actually talk about in the first place. Let's get the conversations kicking and going. So the first thing I kind of wanted to bring up, which I thought was kind of neat, kind of cool, and I was happy for the game because I'm a gamer. I know a lot of people that come here, check out the channel, probably are like, oh man, this guy's really big in the Xbox. He likes Xbox. I like gaming in general. Xbox happens to be my home place to play the games. But if you ask me what I've been playing the most this week, it's been my Steam Deck, then my Xbox, then my PlayStation. I played all 3 this week. So it's not like I only specifically stay with one platform all the time. I bounce around, but I just so happen to play Xbox much more, and that's where most of my achievements and stuff happen and whatnot. I also like it because of the whole, you know, play anywhere stuff. But anyways, I'm not here to advertise that shit right now. That's not what I'm here to do. I wanted to talk about the games on whatever platform. So the first one I wanted to actually talk about here is Stellar Blade has some pretty dope news that they brought out. Here on, I believe it was, So this happened just this morning, on the 6th. It is that we had our Shift Up New Year's event today. Everyone got a PS5 Pro, so you can enjoy Stellar Blade in 4K, right? Oh, there's a glimpse of Lily and Eve, and you do see the little glimpse of them right towards the end right here. Right. There they are running down. I mean, obviously it's cosplay, right? But, I mean, it's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. There it is right there. Looking great. Looking fantastic. Shout out to, to do cosplay, y'all, that is a lot of work. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. But what's cracking? Legendary Yobi, I see you in the chat. Be nice. Good morning to you as well. General Spartan, what's cracking? Ray Chi, brother, thank you for sliding through. Yeah. You're right. I like what Ray Chi said just now. He said, "Xbox is home. Steam and PlayStation are his mistresses houses. Yes, I mean, kind of. Yeah, I mean, I like to dabble, like I'm a gamer at heart. I'm not going to sit here on this microphone and tell you rock with Xbox and don't play anything else. Don't even look at things. Everything else is garbage. Everything is trash. No, I'm not going to tell you to do that. I'm going to tell you, hey, if you're really a gamer, buy what you like first, whether it's PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, PC, hell, mobile. I don't care. I'm not you. It's not my problem. Buy what you like first, but do not cuff yourselves to shit. Don't make that mistake. Do not do it. As an Indian family on Kit Boga's channel, they'd say, do not do it. I'm telling you, do not do it. Please do not do it. The whole thing is experience. Why hold yourself back from having great experiences? Great experiences aren't tied to a platform. Great experiences are all over the place, right? It's fun to make fun of another team, whether you love sports or whatnot, right? It's fun to make fun of another team, right? I'm a Broncos fan. I love dogging out Kansas City, right? Shout out to the Broncos. They beat the living hell out of Kansas City last night. But I'm not finna act like they ain't got Patrick Mahomes on the team. I'm not finna act like they don't have one of the nicest quarterbacks of all time, possibly. They didn't play him last night. We beat the hell out of him, but it kind of came with an asterisk. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm proud of y'all. We're in the playoffs. Let's go. Yeah. Do I expect them to win the Super Bowl? Not exactly. Would it be nice? Absolutely. But I'm a fan regardless of what happens. Right? So if my favorite team wins every year, I'm happy. My favorite team loses every year, I'm less happy, but I'm still rooting for them. And it goes the same way with any of these platforms, right? Nintendo was down bad two generations, like less than 2 generations ago. They were down horrendous. PlayStation was down bad the generation prior. They made it up eventually, but they were down bad. Xbox has been down bad for the last generation and a half. Flat out. Currently still down bad. On the way back up and looking better than they have been in a long time. I can't even front about that, but they're down bad. I mean, I'd be lying dead to your face if I said Xbox wasn't down bad in some type of way. I mean, right now their pockets flowing, feeling great, making that guap, right? They are making money, and I am not hating on that. I'm happy they're making money, because if they weren't making money, they would exit stage left immediately. They would. They flat out would. So I'm happy that they're making money, and I'm happy to see that they keep reiterating it to those of you that don't want to listen, that they're going to continue making hardware. It might not be the hardware that we come to, or the hardware that we have got used to, but regardless, they're making new hardware, and I'm hoping, and from what Phil Spencer said, he wants things to be native to a platform. He doesn't want everything just running online. He said that when they were talking about the handheld here like a couple months ago. So we already know what the deal is with that. We know that they're going to come out with hardware. They're going to be some sort of hardware that gives you the native option of continue to play. So it's not going to be a Fire Stick or something like that. So there's something to still look forward to. I'm excited about that. PlayStation, they are like sprinkling in, all this little bit of salt about, PS6 possibly coming, yada, yada. I don't know, right? I see nobody has joined yet, which is totally fine. Remember, the link is in the chat. If you want to join the conversation and spit your piece, you are more than welcome to. As you see, read the screen. It says link in the chat. So make sure that you guys hit that if you want to come through and speak. And make sure that you spam that you're waiting to speak in the chat too, because I might not see it right away, but I am always watching the chat. So I'll always see if somebody has joined or whatnot. But anyways, I'm really happy to see you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button, share this out for your brother. I appreciate it. This is my first stream doing this where I'm willing to just talk to whoever wants to come out here. Remember, I did say I will kick your ass out of here if you're coming in here on some bullshit. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So if you come in here trying to say something wild, say something racist, say something just to be like, I was on Ham Show for a couple minutes and I just derailed it, you ain't derailing shit. I'll kick your ass out of here and keep it pushing. It ain't doing nothing to me at all. Nothing. But anyways, so moving forward, I'm really happy to see Shift Up is happy with their release of their game. They're out here celebrating. They hooked up the devs and the people that worked on the game with a bunch of PlayStation 5 Pros. Whether you like the PS5 Pro or you think it's necessary or whatnot, you cannot deny that this is a dope thing to do from the folks over there at Shift Up. But that was just a little entrance thought that I had for that topic in particular. Let's go on ahead and move on to the next one that I had listed here, which shout out to my brothers over at XReal. Oh yeah, shout out to the boys out at XReal. They are doing it big. Shout out to them. So if you don't know XReal, let me go grab the glasses real quick. Hey, Meta, read me my text message. Okay, Meta, respond yes to the last message. Yes, send that message. Man, technology is crazy, y'all. I just sent that text message back to my landlord. So my dishwasher broke, right? And I know this has nothing to do with gaming. I'm sure you don't give a fuck about this, but I'm just going to tell you this. My dishwasher broke, and there's standing water in that bitch, and it stinks, right? And I've been doing what I can to take care of the problem. I'm no fix-it guy or whatnot, but I can contain something until somebody comes here, right? I just got the text message, didn't even have to open my phone or anything. All I had to do was just talk to these glasses right here. Yeah, all I had to do is just talk to these glasses right here, tell them what I want. I told them to repeat the message, responded to it, just told it to send. It's pretty nice. But these right here that I'm wearing are the Meta Wayfair glasses from Ray-Ban, which is like the direct competitors, is like one of the direct competitors to XReal, which is funny, right? But I also, just in case, like I said, we were just sitting here talking about it, XReal glasses, phenomenal glasses. Just because I'm wearing these Meta Ray-Ban glasses does not mean what they're providing isn't dope as well. These are for a different use case. These I specifically use for, like I said, text messaging. I can ask it, hey Meta, what's the weather outside?
It's sunny and 8 degrees Fahrenheit in Grimes.
I don't know if you heard that, but it said it's sunny and whatever. It's cold as hell outside, but it's sunny. These right here are totally different use case. These are for actually watching shit. So if you are like trying to like watch YouTube, play your video games, whatever the hell, scroll your phone and not have so many people being able to see it out in public, and you want to completely dim your shit, you could do that with these glasses right here. They plug directly into your phone and USB Type-C, and you can watch or play games or whatever. I've done cloud gaming on there. I played a little bit of football before. I plugged it into my Steam Deck. It is Steam Deck compatible. Asus ROG Ally, all that shit works really well. But these glasses right here, totally different use case. you don't see shit through these glasses. I don't see nothing extra like I do with these. These are for watching stuff. These are for being able to listen to music, which I can, asking meta questions, and and the big piece of these glasses, they also take pictures and record video, which they do that in a portrait format instead of a landscape format, which, depending on whether you like that or not, that's up to you. If you do a lot of shit on TikTok, then these are phenomenal for TikTok and Instagram and, portrait format. But it's kind of tough if you're trying to do landscape format. I was at the Game Awards with these glasses, right? Shout out to 4GQ TV, another brother that travels and does things all over the United States. He loves going to Comic-Con. He does a lot of interviews with all sorts of different type of people within the community. Make sure to check out 4GQ TV's work. He be outside. But anyways, I was taking some videos with these glasses because these glasses right here, the quality of the video is nice. The sound that it captures is phenomenal. But since it's in a portrait viewing, since it's recording in portrait, and might I add, it records up to 3 minutes of content, which is pretty long. I know it doesn't sound very long, but it's pretty long when you're just sitting in front of something. Right? So it records up to 3 minutes of content. If you're using the 3-minute version, it'll crush your battery. But luckily, let me show you this. This is a charging case for these glasses. So I take them off, throw them in the case, and you can see the light on the front lights up, right? It might not seem like a light, but that is, you see that? Turns on, turns off. But it's saying that, it's at like 50% or something like that, right? I know it's a little over 50% because I haven't worn them that long today. They last for about 3 hours-ish, and they charge. It only takes about 30 minutes for them to charge. But as I was saying, if you're taking a picture or a video, you're going to want to be fairly close up with these glasses because since it's in portrait mode, it's tall. And I was standing around, let's say 70 feet from the stage at the Game Awards. And when I clicked on to take a picture or to take videos, it made it seem like I was so much further away than I actually was. When I went back and looked at it, I was like, oh my goodness, it looks like I'm a mile away. When I'm really not. I'm fairly close. I could throw something right out on the stage, right? But it is what it is. They're really nice glasses. They look really good, but just be aware of your surroundings when you're taking the video. A little thing pokes up, so you might be able to see it. Yeah, you see that little flash of the light in there. That's the only indicator to let people know that you're recording. So you could definitely be a fucking creep with these glasses if you want to, but that wasn't the purpose of why I purchased these suckers. But anyways, like I was saying, shout out to X-Real. These glasses right here. These were I got these glasses before I got the Meta glasses, and I will be investing more into the X-Real brand because these are phenomenal. I actually like the way the X-Real glasses sound better than these Wayfair glasses. And these Wayfair glasses are actually made more or less for kicking it, like just wearing kind of glasses compared to the X-Real glasses that are made more for like cinema, like watching movies, playing video games. Not really made for just sitting and or I shouldn't say just sitting. I should just be like commuting and stuff like that. Like you're not gonna be walking around or driving or anything with those glasses on like you would with these ones, right? These ones, in fact, I could be streaming through these glasses if I want to, which I should try out sometime. But the only problem with these, obviously I said Meta, right? Remember, these are Meta glasses, so that means they work with Facebook really well. They work with Instagram really well, but they work like garbage anywhere else. Anywhere else, it's just like it doesn't have that support. Kind of annoying, kind of silly, stupid. I don't like it. I'd personally like them to work with Twitter and YouTube, and I don't understand why it has to like force me to try to. I know what it's trying to do. It's like, use Facebook, use Meta, use our products, and I'm like, fuck your shit. I want to use my shit the way I want to use it, right? Right? It just is what it is. But anyways, XReal here on the page, what I'm actually sharing on the screen for you to actually see. It says it's an honor to reveal that XReal 1 series has been selected at CES Innovation Awards honoree for CES 25, which CES I believe is supposed to be happening today, which is very exciting news. We get to see what to look forward to when it comes to when it comes to graphics cards, CPUs, fuck cars. For all I remember they rolled out a car, I believe it was like a year or two ago, which was pretty fucking wild. That had like some integration with like Sony and Microsoft and all some other shit and whatnot. But it's gonna be pretty exciting. They also got the handhelds that are supposed to be out there making some noise, picking up some steam. So I'm pretty excited to see everything that's kind of going down with that. Shout out to XReal. They got a dope product. You guys should check it out if you guys haven't yet. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next subject. And I'm going ahead and put this out in the chat a few more times in case somebody wants to join and talk about some shit. But let me get this back on the screen so then we can move on to the next topic, which is going to be the Xbox Developer Direct. Why wouldn't I talk about that, right? So I got to ask you guys, whether you want to join the show and talk out loud or you just want to sit in the chat, it doesn't bother me. Either one at all. Are you guys excited about the Developer Direct? Because I can tell you what, I'm extremely excited about it. I really don't know what to expect with it per se. Maybe we see some. I mean, for sure, we're probably going to see a Valve there, right? We're going to see a Valve there. We're going to see, what is that other game? South of Midnight. We're definitely going to see that there. But what else are we going to see there? Are we going to see, are we going to see Outer Worlds, more actual gameplay of that? Are we going to see anything else? Some Fable possibly? Doom Dark Ages? I heard some pretty cool stuff about that I can't really talk about here, but I'm excited for that game, even though I'm not even a big Doom head. More or less excited for my buddy that's going to be getting into that. I'll try it out, but Doom's never been like my jam. I'm down to try out Doom, but I don't know. It's never really been a thing that I need. Oh, Mike Johnson says we're going to see games coming to PlayStation. Yeah, I know Indiana Jones is coming over there, but I'm kind of curious what else is. Oh, yeah, I think Outer Worlds, right? Yeah, you got those two. It's pretty interesting. I wonder what else is going to get announced for PlayStation, if anything else, right? Because they did say case-by-case basis, so you never know if it's going to be something. Maybe they put in something from last year as well. Like, who knows? Who knows? Starfield might go over there. I don't know. I'm not saying it should, but I'm saying you never know. They came out not that long ago and said there is no red line. So who am I? Shout out to Stanley Francois. Thank you for pulling up. He says, I think they'll show more of the new Gears of War. That would be fire. I'm hoping that comes out this year, but I'm not going to sit here with my fingers crossed on that one. No. I don't know, man. I really hope Gears of War E-Day comes out this year, but I wouldn't expect it. I'd be very surprised. I'd be blown away. I'd be hyped as fuck. Not as hyped as Still Rain, because I know Still Rain absolutely loves Gears. I remember one time I told Steel, I was like, man, the shotgun is garbage in Gears of War. And he was like, it ain't garbage. You just don't know how to play. And I was like, you're probably right. It's like, you're probably right. Because, hey, I'm not huge in the multiplayer, especially like Still Rain is. Still Rain is much more big into like PvP multiplayer than I am. My multiplayer favorite setting is like co-op multiplayer. Co-op multiplayer is where I'm at. So like I love me some Far Cry. I like me what's it called? Like Tom Clancy Ghost Recon and The Division and stuff like that. I'm not saying he still doesn't. I know Steel loves The Division and some of that other shit too. But I'm just saying, like, when I go to choose, I'd rather play a Destiny, the actual co-op campaign part than the Crucible. You won't really find me playing the Crucible that much. I will sometimes, but like if I'm gonna play those games, I'd honestly rather just play Call of Duty or Halo or something like that. Those are more my jam than trying to play PvP in something like Space Marine. Like I don't care. I know I should probably try something different, but fuck it. I'm sorry. I'm just not interested in it that much. I like co-ops things much more. But Raichi then goes to say Zenless Zone Zero will get its 1.5 update in 2 weeks. I cross my fingers for it coming to Xbox. You better cross your fingers for it coming to Xbox, because Xbox, one thing I know for sure, they're horrible when it comes to keeping up with updates, especially like on PC and stuff like that. They are not the fastest at making sure that they keep up with other players like Steam and whatnot. What's cracking, Drawn TJ? I appreciate it, brother. I'm going to hit that heart button for you right now for the $5 super chat that you just left. He says, hey, what's up, Ham Solo? The next Xbox will be a PC hybrid that will cost $750 or $700. Yikes. That is really expensive. Oh, man, that is not what I want to hear exactly. Because, I mean, I'm not saying that, hey, I'm not going to get it, because as I said, Xbox is my home. That's my main platform that I like to play on. But it's just that, like, I'm looking to upgrade my PC, and that's probably how much I'll need to spend. No, actually, I'll probably spend about $450 to upgrade the current PC that I have, and then I need to make a whole new PC. I need to make a new PC with a bigger GPU and everything, because I'm going to eventually give this PC that I'm using to do this show right now to my wife. She plays so much goddamn Halo, it's annoying. She plays so much Halo, and she likes to surf and do her own research and shit like that. And that only leaves me with morning time on my PC, and it's my fucking PC. But since we're married, it's our fucking PC. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can't just be like, I could just tell her, hey, get the fuck off of my shit. I need to use it. And she would do it. But I'm not disrespectful like that, right? If I see my girl enjoying herself playing a video game or something, I want to encourage that shit. I don't want to, try to like push her away from it, because eventually then, she might not want to come back and continue to play the game, because she's going to always think that I have like some sort of like, every time I hop on, he tells me to get off or some shit like that, right? So I don't do that. I let her play on the PC, and then I just keep playing on my Xbox. I got my Steam Deck hooked up to my little side TV as well, in case I want to, play my Steam Deck, which I do have Windows hooked up on that. So, I can play PC games from Xbox on there through Windows. It's fantastic. But But yeah, 750, dog. Like that's a lot of cake for one console. I mean, think about that right now, bro. You saying 750 right now? That's the price of getting a Series X and a Series S. Before taxes, of course. But still. That's both of the consoles right now put together. It would make a lot of sense to me in like the way that you put PC hybrid. I agree with that. That would be hot. By the way, anybody, if you want to come join the conversation, the link is right there in the chat. Just click the link right there. Come join the conversation. Spit your game. Talk your shit. Grab your gat. Call your click. Whatever. That's the ones that know those lyrics know those lyrics. Just one second. Spit your game, talk your shit, grab your gat, call your click. Spit your game, talk your shit, grab your gat, call your click. Oh man, that's an old school joint right there. So that is Biggie Smalls, if you didn't know. I remember, I think it was it No Ceilings, or I don't remember what CD it was, Lil Wayne. It might have been Dedication. Lil Wayne did a dope ass. See, and Nate knows, and Nate said he knows. I was like, yeah, sit your game, talk your shit, grab your gat, call your click. Yeah, you know those. That's a classic right there, right? That's a classic. But anyways, going back to Developer Direct. And keep in mind, like I said, if any of you guys want to join the conversation, the link is in the chat. You're more than welcome to click on the link, say what you want to say, and you can hop up out of here if you want, or you can stick around for a little while. It doesn't bother me either way, or you can just stay your ass in the chat. It doesn't bother me. I can sit here and talk. I don't need no extra person to do anything. But so what I was saying is the Developer Direct, to me, I feel like they got something up their sleeve this time. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being a little too like positive or excited for no reason. Especially, I maybe might even need to dial it back just for the fact that, you know, they do have a game coming in February. It's not like last year where we have to wait till fucking May to get a game from them. That's the first, because a lot of people were saying, oh, Xbox didn't have a great 2024. It was all the way until May until we got our first game. And then we had to wait until like fucking September, October. It's so long. And like, I see what they're saying, and I don't completely disagree with them. I'll get back to the chat. I know some of you guys have said some stuff. I want to definitely read what Yobi said and a couple other you guys. And yes, General Spartan, you nailed it. But like this year, I feel like Xbox was like, yeah, we told you guys we were gonna have more than 2 or 3 games come out last year, but they didn't tell you when they were gonna come out. That was some nasty work, kind of, right? A little bit of nasty work. But they did do what they said they were going to do. They gave us the games, and I was happy with the games that I got. I enjoyed Stalker, even though it came out broken. I enjoyed Microsoft Flight Simulator, even though it launched fucked up. But to be honest, the servers were fucked up. Once they figured out the servers, everything else felt pretty good, pretty quick. But that's still that. We're still counting it. Still counting it. You fucked up a little bit. Still counting it a little bit, right? I'm happy. I appreciate it, especially since it's in Game Pass. It's not like I spent $70 and but a lot of people did, So I'm not gonna sit here and act like nobody did that, right? No, nobody spent $70 and got something and got fucked. Some people did, right? So we gotta acknowledge that. Indiana Jones came out like fucking perfect, damn near. It was weird though because they held back the ray tracing until the game actually came out instead of giving it to early access people. I don't like that kind of shit. That's weird. people pay extra money to get the shit early, they should get the whole thing. So I didn't love that. But the game came out phenomenal. It played phenomenal. It worked really well. It was just missing a fairly hefty feature, but a feature that didn't keep you from being able to play. So, high five, but also a little slap upside the head, right? Come on. Especially for the people that paid that extra money. They deserve to have it all, right? Then, I deserve it all. I'm going to keep doing all these shit. But anyways, moving on. Hellblade. We cannot forget about Hellblade. The May barn burner that you loved the game or you hated the game. There was no middle ground for Hellblade for most people. I thought it was phenomenal. It to me, that was like the first Unreal Engine 5 game to come out and not give me just so much bullshit to deal with. Like, that game just worked. It just worked. Whether you loved it or hated it, the one thing you couldn't deny is that it worked on launch, and it worked great. Ray Cheese says, I want Halo 5 on PC. My wife is trying to call me. I'm sorry, babe, but let me answer it real quick. Just a second. Hey, I'm in the middle of the stream. What's going on? I'm streaming right now. What's going on? Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you didn't get a call because I'm streaming. You're right. Love you too. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Anyways, yeah, she totally forgot. She is over there laughing and shit. Oh yeah, I messed up your stream. It was fantastic. That's my wife. Yeah, she likes doing that. She said, let the what? Yo, Ray Chi, I seen that. You can't retract that. I seen it. He said, let the wife, bro, yo, I seen that. I ain't even gonna hold you though. It's all right, bro. Hey, man. You didn't say anything inappropriate, so I ain't tripping, bro. I ain't tripping. You didn't say anything inappropriate or rude, so it is what it is. But anyways, so let's see, what the fuck was I just talking about? Oh yeah, so Hellblade came out. It was really good. Indiana Jones came out really good. Microsoft Flight Simulator, y'all need to roll that shit out better. Stalker 2, y'all talked about all the work and money that y'all put in there. Y'all should have rolled that shit out better, even though I understand a lot of it leans on GSC World and it being their game and whatnot, and they did turn around and fix it up pretty quickly. The thing is we shouldn't be waiting on for you to turn around and fix shit up real quickly. It should be fixed already. Like, there's times where people already went out to events and said, hey, yo, I played this game and it was in a rough state. Like, how many times do you need, like why would you then release it? I mean, keep in mind, I'm talking shit right now, right? Keep in mind that they're already making money from the game, right? GSC World is already making money from Stalker, right? They already sold enough copies to make a profit off of it, to start making profit. So shout out to them. And I'm giving them a hard time for releasing the game not perfect for the shit that they went through. It's kind of like, hey, I'm talking to you as a person that's just a video game player and saying, hey, in the future, can you make sure you don't do this? But at the same time, in the future, I hope you don't have to be in the same bullshit situation that you were just in. Because I'm not just going to skip over that like, oh, yeah, we completely forgot that y'all were getting bombed. Literally. Bombed. So yeah, I do have to like kind of acknowledge that when, I got to put some respect on your name. I do, because I don't know, like, yo, Concord came out and completely flopped, and ain't none of them in war. Ain't none of them at war for nothing. And that game is gone. You see what I'm saying? So y'all put work towards something. Y'all cared about it. Y'all fixed it. But I'm just saying, next time, hopefully you don't end up in that circumstance. But since you're not, since hopefully the next time you won't be in that circumstance, I don't want to see another broken game at launch. That's all I'm saying. Oh my God, Dorian Gray, why did you bring that up? Oh my goodness. Shout out to Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray says, I feel for the replaced devs as well. The same situation. So I want to know, where are the replaced devs from? Let's look that up real quick. All right. No. What the hell? Replaced video game coming to Xbox. All right, so who makes Replace? All right, Sad Cat Studios. Okay, Sad Cat Studios. I'm seeing that down here. Let's go ahead and throw that into there. Let's see, what are we looking at? All right, so Replace. There it is right there. All right, I'm going to go. Where are they from? Location. So they're from Belarus? I ain't even in the front. I don't know where the fuck Belarus is. So okay. Oh, yikes. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, Dorian Gray. You ain't lying. I didn't realize that. They are really close to Ukraine. I didn't know Belarus was that close to Ukraine. Man, that sucks. That really stinks. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, now we kind of know why their game's taking so damn long. Like, for real. Like, they got their own turmoil and shit that they got to deal with, right? You said they moved there. Okay. Okay, Rachie says there is a rumor the new name for the Xbox is... Yeah, I heard a shout out to Crazy Louie because he threw some love my way for whatever reason. He's just a nice guy. Shout out to Crazy Louie Game. Go on ahead and check out his podcast, Xbox International. If you're really big into Xbox, check out his channel. He talks all about it. He throws dirt on PlayStation. I ain't mad at him for it. Like I said, go Broncos. Go Big Red and go Xbox. You know, those are the, things I root for. Yeah, that's the shit I root for. But, hey, I'm down to play a PlayStation game. I'm down to go to a Kansas City Chiefs game. I'm down to go to an Ohio State game. I don't give a damn. Because at the end of the day, I like the sports. I like the games. I like the platforms. I just root for one more than another. But, But yeah, I heard him talking about Xbox Prime, and he was talking about, Optimus Prime and yada yada, and I said Decepticon, Xbox Decepticon. I like that sound a little bit better, even though it sounds deceptive. But I mean, that's kind of their thing, though, right? that was messy of me. I shouldn't have said that, right? But I did. It is what it is. But anyways, what up, Showtime? Reezy. I'm guessing that's Day Reezy. What's cracking? Good to see you. Be nice. Appreciate you for sliding through. you've been here for a hot minute, but I appreciate you said something earlier that I didn't catch. You said what was that? You said that early in the stream. He said new to the channel, caught one episode, thought you and your panel is cool. Yeah, I appreciate that, brother. Hopefully you did subscribe and all that all that jazz and whatnot. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking about everybody that's chilling here watching us. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Share this suck out. Let people know. And make sure if you want to come through and talk or say something. Oh, I accidentally put Sad Cat Studios in the chat. Don't know why. I meant to put the invitation to the show. If you guys want to come in, spit your game, talk your shit, grab a gat, talk, call it click. You can definitely do that right there with the link to get on. Just make sure that you say something in the chat if you're gonna hop in. That way, I don't leave you in the dark for too long. But yeah, so Developer Direct, I'm kind of curious what some people are kind of saying about it, right? So let's go ahead and type in Developer Direct in here and see what kind of pops up. So Cold Eastwood, of course, talking about it. You know, Snap Blast Play, another person talking about it. I'm kind of curious what Cold Eastwood says. So he said the Xbox Developer Direct is coming in a week or two. It'll be their biggest direct ever. What will we see? South of Midnight, Avowed won't need to be included in that direct. They're going to include it in the direct. Like, why wouldn't they? I don't know. I like Cold Eastwood. I had him on the channel. He's a nice guy. He says some stuff that not everybody agrees with, but he's a nice guy, all in all. And I wouldn't mind meeting him in person. He seems like a pretty chill person to meet in person. But I don't agree with what he said here. And just because I like somebody doesn't mean I have to agree with shit that they say. I can completely disagree with everything that they say. It doesn't matter. Shout out to Mike Johnson here. But anyways, he says South of Midnight and Avowed won't need to be included in this direct. Bro, their plan is to sell games. Right? And if something's right around the corner from coming out, whether it's South of Midnight or Avowed, they should want to yell it from the rooftops. Hey, this game is coming out next week. Go download that shit right now. Yo, South of Midnight's coming out next month. Go download that shit right now. I don't understand it. People will talk about Xbox's marketing and then tell them that they shouldn't market. Like, what? No, market the shit. You can talk about both of these and still add E-Day, Doom, Fable, whatever. You just don't have to spend copious amounts of time on talking about those. Just be like, hey, this is the trailer for the game that's coming out next week. 60-second trailer, release date. 30-second trailer, release date. Hell, 15-second trailer, release date. That's all you need to do. You don't have to take up much time talking about South of Midnight or Avowed. They definitely need to be included in the direct, though. I don't know why you would say they don't need to be included in the direct. That sounds insane. Like the first person right here says not putting South of Midnight in it would be a mistake for the game, in my opinion. Yes. His reply is that they already got 30-minute showcase, but no. It's not enough. Like Xbox, like dude, we all talk about how Xbox needs to sell more. They need to be outside more. You think 30 minutes once is good enough? Nah, bruh. Like I just disagree with that. Shout out to Cold Eastwood. I like the brother. Disagree with his sentiment on that one, though. I don't like it. All right, let's see what else some people are talking about. So Snap Blast Play, and before I actually go over there, okay, I just double check that we're good. All right, Snap Blast Play says prediction Xbox Developer Direct 2025 to be announced this week for the show to be Wednesday the 22nd or Wednesday the 29th here in January. What do you want to see? So only a couple of people responded to him so far because he posted this just 2 hours ago. So just a couple people responded to it. Oh man, that would be hot right there. I like what Tiger Jesus or Tiger Jesus 64 said, whatever he wants to fucking be called. Anything Double Fine. That would be hot. We haven't seen anything from Double Fine since Psychonauts 2. So that would be pretty hot. This dude is smoking. Like, that would be amazing, but I don't know. He said Elder Scrolls 6, a progress report. We ain't getting no progress report, bro. It's either, yo, it's on the way, or it ain't going to be talked about. He said, and or a new trailer would be nice, but I'm not holding my breath. Don't. Yeah, please don't hold your breath on that one. That would fucking, oh, man, shit would go crazy. If they dropped Elder Scrolls 6, just anything about it, people would lose their shit. Let me go back to the chat real quick. Shout out to Legendary Yobi. He says, Legendary Yobi says, okay, he's talking to Be Nice. He said facts. Low key, that's why I'm, okay. Anyways, Legendary Yobi said to me, he says, how come you are doing this so early in the AM if you don't mind me asking? I'll tell you right now, because it makes more sense to me to do things earlier in the day than pushing it to like 3 or 4. Like one reason I'll give you, Yobi, one reason I'm out here doing this show so early in the day, knowing that, you know, some people may be able to join the show, some people may not. It may be a little bit harder, especially early in the morning. But hey, it benefits me most. And this is my channel, so I'm trying to benefit me the most. I do understand that, hey, it's about the, you know, it's about the fans and the people watching and stuff like that too. And I'm just hoping that you guys meet me at the same time and we have a good time together within it. But like, I want to make sure that I have the show, that I'm taking care of the channel, but it's also coming right off of a time where I get my daughter ready for school. And then a half hour later, I'm here for the show for you guys for a few hours. After a few hours of doing the show with you guys, then I can do a little side job thing I've been working on. And then once I'm done doing that shit, then I get to hang out with the family for the rest of the night. And then I get to repeat it tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? It just makes my day a little more easier, makes things make more sense, and there's less like me telling the wife, hey, I can't talk right now, I gotta go do a show or whatever. I can just get things tackled earlier off in the day, and hopefully that works for you, because I see that you're here today. I don't know if that means that you're gonna be here all the time. Whether you are or not, I appreciate you being here today, and hopefully this time works for you, Legendary Yobi, but also the rest of you. Be Nice, Stanley Francois, Ron Slusher, Ray Chi, Showtime Reezy, all of you guys, Dorian Gray, all of y'all, and whoever I didn't name, and Nate, whatever, General Spartan, all of you guys. Hopefully this is a good time for you guys all, and you guys can spread the message. Let everybody else know that I'm out here doing the damn thing. I'll be right here, right back in the same spot tomorrow, doing the same damn thing, talking about games, talking to y'all, having a good time, and chilling. Definitely chilling, a lot of chilling. I might even play some games sometimes on the stream just to chill. As you guys see here, I could enlarge it real quick just so you guys, y'all already know I ain't playing. I mean, but I can play a game right here. All I gotta do is just enlarge this sucker right here, and I can play it, right? I can play this game. Fight for New York. Y'all see, I know you see it in the corner right up there. I can throw that on. Start playing it right now. You know, I just gotta lean over, hit the start button. You see it right there. That ain't no video I recorded. That's actually the game. You see what I'm saying? I ain't playing no games right now, though. I'm just chilling. Talking to you guys, having a good time, talking about some video games and whatnot. But yeah, I can get it popping if I want. Ain't no thing. I love Fight for New York. That's my shit. Oh man. And Yobi, Yobi, I am jealous of that shit that you got a modded OG Xbox. That is fire. You better do whatever you can to take care of that son of a bitch. Shout out to Crazy Louie. Is that Crazy Louie? I don't know. I'm assuming it is because it says Xbox International Podcast. I just got done shouting you out for shouting me out, brother. You know I had to pay it forward. I love y'all over there. It's been a long time since I've been on y'all's channel. Y'all can invite a brother. As a matter of fact, here, like, I think it's on like the 19th or something. I forget. Like, let me check. There is a show I will be appearing on here in the near future. Geek Life Mike hit me up, right? And he was asking if I wanted to be on the show on the 19th with him and Baron J67. Which shout out to Baron, dope dude. He's been grinding his ass off for the last few years. I've been seeing that dude popping up, doing shit all over the place. So shout out to Baron J67. Shout out to Geek Life Mike, which I actually got to meet last year at PAX East. And shout out to Level 1 Gaming. Bunch of good folks over there. They do really good work, and they keep things very positive. I appreciate them quite a bit. But anyways, let me read a few more of your guys' chat before we move on to the next topic. Legendary Yobi said, and I got it on my PC too. God damn. You're gonna have to give me some links, brother. Anyways, Rach, he says I have 2 OG Xboxes, but I'm too lazy to mod it. I only have it for Midtown Madness and Mech Assault. That's insane. For Midtown Madness. Okay, fine. It's fun, but that's wild. Legendary Yobi says, Ham, peep game. During COVID, dude was selling it on eBay for $500. I put it on my watch list. Man sold it to me for $200. I was excited as hell. I copped that motherfucker ASAP. And I ain't even mad at you, bro. I mean, that's insane. You saved $300 from what you was interested in selling it to. You said you love Baron, Level 1 Gaming, Geek Life Mike is the guy. Dorian Gray says, I'm just waiting to see all those salty tears over the NVIDIA prices. Oh my goodness. Is CES live right now? I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Is CES live? When does when does CES go live? CES. Oh man. It says CES 25 is weird already. Huh, I'm interested in maybe throwing on one of these videos and we could just sit here and watch it, see what they got to say about it. Did y'all hear about that new LG G5 OLED? That shit looks nuts. That shit looks wild. Let's go. Yeah, let's check it out real quick.
But perhaps the most interesting thing about this TV is...
All right, shout out to Digital Trends. They're dope.
Behind me
I
right
actually
now
watched
is the
Digital
brand-
Trends before I bought my TV. My TV, it ain't none like this. I mean, you can make fun of me if you want, but I really like my TV. I got a Hisense TV. It's one of the new TVs that came out a little over a year ago. It has the whole Dolby Vision, 2 HDMI 2.1 inputs with VRR and you know, it has most of the bells and whistles that I need. It's not an OLED. It's nothing that nuts, but it holds its own. It's pretty good. It looks really nice, especially when I use the Netflix that comes provided on TV. Do not use the Netflix provided from your Xbox. It's shit. It is. It's nowhere near as good as the Netflix, the application that's provided to you just on your TV if you have a smart TV. But that shit looks really nice. But But yeah, I really like my TV. I do. But anyways, let's go see what the LG G5 OLED, because I do want to get an OLED, but I'm in the market to try to buy a house first. So I am not looking to spend 2 G's on a TV. But yeah, let's check it out real quick. Let's see what they got to
Behind
say.
me right now is the brand new LG G5 Gallery Series OLED TV. It's brighter, bolder, and more beautiful than ever before. But perhaps
Let me know if you're not hearing it. You might not be hearing it. Let me actually make sure.
Thing about this
There we go.
TV is what's not in it.
Let me back it up in case you guys didn't hear that shit.
LG G5 Gallery Series OLED TV. It's brighter, bolder, and more beautiful than ever before. But perhaps the most interesting thing about this TV is what's not in it.
All right, so let's see what they got to say. All right.
Related video that you see coming from us at the big show. I got some big news for you here. So the brand new LG G5 OLED changes a few things from prior year. Let's go over some of the basics. So the gaming enthusiasts among you will be excited to
This is
know
all we
that
care
the
about.
LG G5 will go up to 165 hertz in VRR mode. Also,
So that does 165 in VRR mode. That's nasty. My TV, it does it does 4K 144 hertz. That does 165, bruh. And it's OLED. That's just shitting all over what I got right now. That's hot. Yobi says, or actually Rach, he says those LG TVs come with AI upscaling, so you could plug a PS3 hand, have a PS3 and have clear image over the original version. Excuse me. Dorian Gray says LG OLEDs are nice, but do they make them bigger than 50 inches? I thought I seen like a 65 inch. I thought this was a 65 inch. That's right here. Maybe I'm tripping, but I'm pretty sure it's 65 inch. And Yobi says, oh, and Ham, copped myself a LG C1 for a Christmas gift to myself. Replaced my 2019 LG Nano Cell. Gave that old TV to my nieces. That's what's up. Damn, your niece has got some nice TV.
LG has decided to step away from the idea of providing a tabletop stand with the smaller sizes and the flush mount that they provide with the larger sizes. LG has gone back to providing the no-gap wall mount that it's always offered with the larger sizes of its Gallery series. In terms of design, it's largely unchanged. I mean, there's almost zero bezel, it's extremely thin, and with that zero gap wall mount, it looks like basically just a tiny extension of your wall. Now for that bomb drop that I promised you. I did mention that this TV is brighter and bolder than it was before. Now, we can't quantify that. I can't tell you how much brighter it is, but what I can tell you is that the G5, and by extension the M5, that's basically the Gallery series with the Zero Connect wireless transmission box, does not include LG's MLA technology. Now, you may remember that micro lens array technology, or MLA, is really what made the G3 and G4 series TVs stand out. In fact, it's a big part of what made them so award-winning. So does that mean that LG has gone backward? Oh no. Like I said, this TV is every bit as amazing as the G4
It's weird that they
was,
took something away and it
then
got
some.
better.
But how did they do it? Well, the enthusiast community is doing a lot of speculating about a new OLED panel type. I am not going to get into that because at this time, LG is not talking about the panel improvements and differences that have been folded into the new G4.
Yeah, Yobi answered your question, Dorian Gray. He says, yeah, they have a 96-inch OLED. That's nasty. He said, sorry, 98-inch. Oh, my goodness. I'm doing tricks on it. Oh, my goodness. Rachie says, I game on a e-ink display. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
5 series
Was that a
TV.
joke?
They will, just a little bit later this year. So that'll be exciting to get a whole bunch of new news on this TV as it nears the market. Now, those of you who are excitedly talking about the rumors can continue to do so, but I'm sure you're going to put a few pieces together. We won't know the absolute truth until LG discloses it later
So
this year.
from what
but
I
you should
got
have
from what you just said was a lot of people are speculating that they have a new type of panel. And what I found interesting is right after he said that, he is like, we're not going to talk about that. So it's like, to me, that's kind of a little bit of confirmation that they got something new in the works in replacement of what they said they took out of the TV. Right? Because if you're going to take something out that was previously put in to make better, but now you don't need said thing, and you cannot talk about the idea of a new panel being around, then and then at the end of it, he all said, well, you can kind of put it together. Like, I don't know. I'm just putting
Reviewers
together what
workshop
I
and
think,
see
and it sounds like they
videos
got a
from
new
that
panel.
workshop. It's often in the late February to March timeframe. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
Dayreezy,
somewhere in there.
98
We'll
inches
see.
of
But I gotta tell you,
LG.
I am super excited. If indeed
Oh,
this
man, I bet
TV
that
does
didn't
use the new
feel
display
great hearing
technology
through
that
your
I'm thinking
speaker.
it
Sorry.
might. It could mean some seriously amazing things for the Gallery Series OLED.
Shout out to
TVs.
Ron
Now, as I'm
Slusher. It's
standing
been a
here,
minute.
It looks absolutely beautiful. That's kind of to be expected. They always have. Ever
Play
since
Black
the
Ops on my
G2,
black and
as a
white
matter of
television.
fact.
That'd be
I've been
interesting.
stunned by what this TV looks like, even in these kind of scenarios. For now, I think I've given you enough to chew on and dream about. It's very
So
clear that this TV
that
going to
is
be
the G5 OLED from LG. That's no more MLA. That's what they supposedly have taken out of the TV, which is interesting. Is this who I think it is? See, I'm gonna throw this on, but I bet they're probably gonna have some music that I cannot have, right? That's what's his name, isn't it? Yep, that's the doctor.
Trunk? I will not get into the trunk. No, I will not. Okay, here I am, back where it all started. Now what? Trunk? I will not get into the trunk. No, I will not get into the trunk. Oh, open it? Yeah, sure, no problem. Huh.
The hell is going on?
Zoink. You're invited to a party. See you in Las
Oh
Vegas.
shit! That looks like some Diddy shit right there. I ain't even gonna front. This guy got a secret
I'm sorry.
message to
Times have
you invited to a
changed.
party.
No,
What's going on at
I'm
this
much
party?
more than an actor. I'm a doctor. I have integrity. They'll pay me how much?
Oh shit!
Okay, I'm in.
Oh my!
You don't even know
goodness.
where to go.
Oh, shout out to bro, the ladies man.
BMW, my.
That dude is insane, man. That dude is silly. Yo, CES is tripping. Oh man, CES 25. It's gonna be exciting. I'm excited to see what kind of handhelds and stuff are to come, man. Because supposedly, if you didn't know, if you're an Xbox fan, Jason Ronald, the like head of hardware, essentially over at Xbox, he's gonna be he's gonna be there for, I believe, Lenovo, with Steam there as well. I think CES is today. You're asking what day is CES. I'm finna find out for you. When is CES? I'm pretty sure it's today. Oh, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Okay, so CES is, I thought it was today. Anyways, yeah, I guess tomorrow. They're already announcing some stuff, which is obvious with, LG's talking about its G whatever, G6 or G5 or whatever the fuck it was. It's going to be exciting. Here, we can go to the page actually and check it out for ourselves. So here it is. Today is Media Day 2, right? Conference programming only. So, like, the exhibit itself is closed and it actually opens tomorrow at 10 a.m. So that's like the showroom floor actually opens tomorrow, right? That's kind of interesting. So, let's check out the chat. What y'all got to say? Yeah. Nate nailed it actually. He said CES is on session now till the 10th, but it officially starts on this. So yeah, the 7th tomorrow is when like the showroom floor opens up for people to actually go around and do shit. But they'll probably be announcing shit today, just like they announced a few things yesterday. It's gonna be an interesting show. We'll probably see more things tomorrow, though. And right up here, you can kind of see it. I'm not sure, possibly, but it says the NVIDIA keynote is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Where the hell is? Okay, so is this? So I'm guessing this is in Vegas, right? This is in Vegas. Where's the Michelob Ultra Arena? Is that Vegas? Yeah, it's in Vegas. Okay. So yeah, man, that's pretty exciting. I'm excited to see what they all have there, but I don't know what to really expect. All I know is Jason Ronald's going to be there. Some people from Steam are going to be out there. There's going to be some wild shit to come from NVIDIA, Asus, or not Asus, but AMD will be probably talking about their lineup, or at least maybe the 9070. Maybe we might get a release date or a price for that. The 9070 is supposed to be the somewhat budget friendly, but like somewhat top of the line type shit for AMD. I guess they're not going to be doing like the 8000 series at all. They're going straight for the 9000 series. I guess be on the same kind of title as NVIDIA. They're trying to copy NVIDIA so hard, but as NVIDIA said pretty clearly that they are in a league of their own right now, and AMD is just kind of chasing waterfalls right now. AMD is more or less competing with Intel right now than they are competing with NVIDIA at all. And it's going to be really interesting to see Intel with seeing that they just dropped those new cards that they have. I think at like $250. Those cards look pretty interesting, but they're also definitely budget friendly. So you might want to look into that. If you're looking to build a PC and you're not trying to go balls to the wall on it, I would definitely say look at Intel right now. If you want to kind of go balls to the wall, but you don't want to spend your entire year's budget all at once, I'd say AMD is probably a good choice because that'll give you a lot of raw power, but it may not have all of the ray tracing that you want. If there is no budget, NVIDIA. And I'm just purely talking about graphics cards right now. If we're talking about CPUs, I mean, Intel or AMD, obviously. You'll hear some people say AMD, go them. I know that whole the new 3D CPU from AMD that's like sold out everywhere. That's supposed to be the best video game CPU on the market. But Intel has really good CPUs as well. And shout out to my brother Matt Likes Games, because he put me on to some of this knowledge. XCSS, if they continue to give a shit about it, it will probably end up being better than AMD's software for frame generation and stuff like that. Like, AMD has their own kind of thing going on. But shout out to you guys in the chat. Let's see what you guys have been saying. Showtime Reezy says Jason Ronald will show Cerny what a real tech guy. Oh my goodness, you are so disrespectful. I gotta laugh at it though, because it is funny. Rachie says Xbox will reveal the handheld that will be named the Xbox Duke. Oh my God. If they came out with a handheld called the Duke, woo, that would be a day one for me, dog. I mean, just the name itself would be woo. All right, because that's the name. If you didn't know, that's the name of this controller right here, the OG, right? The OG, the big fat bitch, right? That's the name of this controller. So if they actually came out with a handheld actually named what we kind of gave a name to back in the day, I would love that. That would be hot. I love that idea, Rachie. You just love it. He said it will produce 12 terabytes. Oh my goodness. Now, all right. You're starting to be tripping. He said it'll produce 12 teraflops and would need 12 AA batteries to run it. You are fucked. This ain't no Nomad. Oh my God, 12 AA batteries. That thing might turn on the front screen and then turn right back the fuck off. That shit would be cooked. And Nate says, if AMD, hold on, let me see if anybody's waiting. Okay, nobody's waiting. And let me go on ahead and add it into the chat again. In case anybody wants to join the conversation, in case you have anything that you want to say, spit your game, talk your shit, gabby gat, call your click, whatever you got to do. If you got something to say and you trying to keep it a bean 50 with him, I mean, that's my saying right there. Bean 50. If you ever heard somebody else say that, they got it from me. It's a bean 50. If you want to come keep it a bean 50 with your boy right now, you're more than welcome. But anyways, N8 says if AMD could get their drivers and ray tracing solution together, it would be over, especially with the amount of VRAM they are willing to put into their cards. Talk about it. Talk about it, because NVIDIA is stingy with that VRAM. But AMD be throwing 24 at you. They said take all this VRAM. I believe the XTX is 24. The 7900 XT, I believe, has 20. Right? And I mean, what NVIDIA is like scamming people for that shit, man. Like 16? The 3060 has more VRAM than the 4060? Like, what are we doing? How does that make sense? Oh, yeah, but you could use frame generation for the 4060. So? You just pretty much gave me nothing. You can't take away something and then replace it with something that just might give it the same amount of performance. Oh, yeah, but that frame generation gives you like 10 more frames. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You get like 10, 20 more frames. That frame generation really knocks it out the park. No, it doesn't if you don't have enough VRAM. It doesn't. Then you're bottlenecked all over again. Makes no sense. I love that. I love what you said right there. Innate, that's fact. Innate then says AMD running the CPU game right now 100%. Yeah, absolutely. They are. I mean, NVIDIA, they need to be more consistent, in my opinion. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass a little bit, but it seems like NVIDIA is very inconsistent. Like they have the features, they have the money, they have I'd like to think that they have the smarts and brilliance, obviously. I mean, because I love and they seem to care enough about the people to the point where they're willing to do budget friendly things. But yeah, like they always seem to kind of, I don't know, just give up quickly. In a sense, they kind of remind me of Xbox a little bit, where it's like they're down to try something and everyone's like, yeah, I like that, and then they're like, yeah, we're gonna try something else. And it's like, y'all trying something else, y'all didn't even finish trying the last thing. How am I supposed to trust y'all about trying something else now? That's Intel. That's Intel in my opinion. It'd be nice said, oh God, no, not AA batteries. Yeah. Fucking Ray G's out of his mind. And they said, I wouldn't buy anything else right now. I have 3 Intel CPU builds right now from the 1300K series. Legendary Yobi says, quick resume on the handheld and the option to change out your M.2 SSD card would be a game changer for me. Facts. Big facts. Quick resume. I mean that's already on a handheld right now. If you're thinking of the Steam Deck is pretty much quick resume. Right? You just hit the on button and keep playing your game. Sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't. Guess what? That's the same thing with quick resume. Sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't. Yesterday, like quick resume was working perfect for me for the last week, and then yesterday randomly I turned on Mafia 2 Definitive Edition because I'm playing through that game. Game is phenomenal. It's a lot of fun. I personally think Mafia 1 has a better story than Mafia 2, but Mafia 2 is wild, and I like the hand-to-hand combat a lot in Mafia 2. That's dope. But Mafia 2, I went to quick resume it yesterday, and it was working on quick resuming everything fine for the last few days. But then just yesterday, like it was fucked up. Like I was driving down the street, and then all of a sudden it went to like from like 60 FPS to like 15, and it stayed there. And then it hopped back to 60 FPS, and it was fine. And I was like, okay, nothing to worry about. And then 10 seconds later, it was back down to like 12 FPS, and it was just like tripping out. And I ended up having to kill the game, restart it, and it was fine after that. But it was just like, man, is this motherfucker gonna explode? This shit was going nuts. But Yobi says, I have the 7900 XTX. Man, you've been doing some big upgrades, Yobi. Shout out to you. Shout out to legendary Yobi. Man, he's been putting it down. He's been working real hard to get things upgraded for himself. I'm happy for you, brother. Do your thing. Treat your motherfucking self, brother. Treat yourself. But anyways, he says, I have the 79 XTX, 24 gigabyte, going toward my new PC build down the line. Okay. That's what's up. Dorian Gray says, yeah, but 16 gigabytes of DDR7 is better on par with 24 of slower memory. Innate, yeah, thankfully we have two 4090 builds that both have 24 gigabytes of VRAM. Yes. I'm wondering if I'm right or not. I want to say did the 3090 have more VRAM than the 2090? I'm curious. VRAM 3090. Did I say 29? I mean the 4090. VRAM. I'm wondering how much VRAM did the 3090 have? Because I thought that had a ton. Was it only 24? I thought it had more than 24. For some reason, I thought it had like 32. Which would be like, I don't know why anybody would need that much VRAM. Yeah, it's 24. It says it right here. A staggering 24 gigabytes. I don't know why I thought it had 32. I don't know why I thought that. But shout out to the 4090 for keeping it with the 24. But I know it's a heavy decline after that. What is it, like go down to like 16? I believe. I think the 4080 is 16. My 3080 is fucking, what is it? It's 10. Fucking 10. 10. 10. I think that shit's whack. I think the 3080 Ti is like 12. I know they came out with another 3080 that had 12 as well, but like 10. I got 10. I'm not really worried about VRAM with my computer as much as I'm worried about my CPU right now. Because right now, Daddy has a old CPU right now. I got a 3800X CPU right now. I need to upgrade that. I'd like to get to like the 5000 series because I gotta stay around. I gotta stay for what's good for my motherboard. So I'm not gonna be able to get like the newest CPUs. But I'd definitely be able to get into the 5000 series for CPUs for AMD and just keep pushing. I'd be totally fine. Let's see. Dorian Gray says people don't realize for NVIDIA and to a lesser degree Intel, this stuff is a side gig now. NVIDIA is an AI company. Intel is enterprise. I kind of see what you're saying. A little bit. I mean, let me know if I'm wrong. But it seems like you're just saying that, NVIDIA is taking a different approach to things now. Instead of everything just being raw power, they're also including a lot of upscaling technology being provided by something like AI. So, I mean, that is definitely something to look into, but I think all of these companies are going to be diving much more into AI. I just think the lead that NVIDIA has might make it troubling for the other companies to try to catch up, because NVIDIA can essentially just breadcrumb us consumers up until AMD thinks they caught up. And then when they think they caught up, NVIDIA then drops another bombshell that then makes AMD feel way further behind once again. It's kind of like a cat and mouse chase game. It almost seems like NVIDIA is Jerry and Tom is AMD, and y'all about 5 seasons deep, and you ain't making no progress, Tom. Tom, you are failing. But at the same time, you're failing versus them, but not completely failing. Like obviously you guys is making plenty of money. Y'all got plenty to invest forward to. It's just the person that you're trying to beat is clapping your cheeks right now, like comfortably clapping your cheeks. Like you have no way of clapping back. There is no way of clapping back. Your cheeks are cooked, AMD. But hey, the future will be the future, and hopefully you can kind of close that gap. But the way that the head guy for NVIDIA was talking, them cheeks are clamped. Like, there is no getting out of this situation anytime soon. You are cooked. But anyways, shout out to Dangerous Voice. Thanks for sliding through. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Share this sucker out. Let everybody else know that we're out here live doing our damn thing. I don't know. It is what it is. But anyways, Dangerous Voice, shout out to you. He says, I got the RTX 2060. So this brother is living. He is living. He got some old school work going on. So he says it's starting to show its age with games. But older games run like a champ, of course. And as they should. 49ers. So which arm do you give up to pay for that? Facts, right? Dangerous Voice then says more VRAM is the future, is future-proofing your build. They've been saying future-proofing your build. They've been saying developers are using more VRAM in games, which is a fact. They are. They're using a retarded amount. It's stupid, the amount of VRAM that we're getting in some of our games. Dangerous Voice then continues to say, so you have to double check that because a BIOS update for my motherboard allowed it to be the newer the newer AMD CPUs. Oh, okay. So you're saying a BIOS update could possibly give my current motherboard the opportunity? Maybe. But keep in mind, I don't want to get a CPU that makes my GPU kind of silly. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to overpay on a CPU. Like, I'm not going to get a Threadripper for this motherfucker, right? And I'm not, I definitely don't think that you're telling me to at all. I don't think you're doing that at all. But what I am saying is I think I could get something within its generation without having to do all this BIOS stuff. The only thing I'd maybe want to do is like a BIOS update just to make sure that the newest CPU that I do put in that will still be from same generation is ready, good to go with whatever updates and all. But all in all, I want to, you know, I'm probably going to get like a 5900X or something like that, just so then my PC can be a little bit more comfortable. But like I said, this PC that I'm using for this show right now will become my wife's PC. So I'm not getting anything too crazy. I'm just going to get a 5900X, tell her happy birthday, and keep it pushing. Right? And then I'll, you know, make my PC again, my new PC. I'm thinking about going AMD for my next PC because NVIDIA's tripping right now. Unless CES comes out and they say, hey, we ain't on that bullshit that y'all thought we were on. We are on a little bit of bullshit, but we are still for the people. A little bit for the people still. Then I might be like, all right, I fuck with you. But if they are coming out being like, yo, it's going to be $1,500 for the 40 or for the 5080, and you aren't even going to want to see the price of the 5090, like just forget about it. We looking 25 to 3 on that hoe. Then I would be just like, yo, somebody pass the AMD. I'm trying to puff on that hoe right there. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I might have to rock with AMD this time around because I want to leave enough room to be able to upgrade at some point graphics card wise, but like I'm trying to go kind of balls to the wall with my next build. So I want something like like the latest 3D CPU that's supposed to be like the best for gaming. I think it was like what, the 9700 3D or something like that. I don't remember what it was actually called. I'm gonna be fucking that name all up right now. I don't know, but I know I want that with the. And as for GPU, I was thinking of the 9070 that they've been talking about. And like I said, that's if AMD, or not AMD, if that's if Nvidia is still on that fuck shit. Like, I'm not gonna pay I'm not gonna pay $1,600 for a 5080 unless it is the last unless it's the last GPU I'm buying. And then to know that that's not even the top of the line one makes me cringe a little bit, because it's just like, damn, Jesus. And I understand the 5090 is supposed to be like outside of the realm of what you need for gaming, but you already know they're going to be like, oh man, the 5090 does this better than the 5080, and it does this better, and it has more VRAM, and you'll never need this amount of VRAM to play video games. And then a video game comes out and it's going to be like, yo, if you had this, you would be great. Kind of like a Cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk was just like, people were just like, oh, you don't need a 3090 to play that. Meanwhile, path tracing in Cyberpunk. Like it's just, to me, that's utter bullshit. To say that, hey, this car right here has all the horsepower in the world, but it's not meant for driving. Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? It's a car. What do you mean it's not meant for driving? It's not meant to be in town. The fuck are you talking about? You don't think I want to take this out here and show the bitches? I mean, I'm married now, so I can't do that now. But you see what I'm saying? If I'm spending this crazy amount of money, I'm trying to show the fuck out. I'm trying to little bro a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like no disrespect, but if you gonna come up in my space talking crazy, I'm trying to little bro your ass. I mean, because that's the kind of money you're spending. You deserve the right to talk your shit. Yeah, Dorian Gray, I like it. Business expense. It's a business. We running businesses over here. It's business expense. A shout out to Uso Vinny. My brother came in here saying, yo, world premiere. We live. And shout out to Verg Brizzle as well. So based. He says, TSWS in the AM. Let's go. Yes, I am here in the flesh in the morning. I should be doing this more often. Not every show will be this long. But like today is kind of, you know, like Vinny said, today is the world premiere. Today is the first time I'm doing this show. I want to try to do this every morning. Just give you guys the opportunity to come through, listen. If you want to come through, spit your game, talk your shit. Excuse me, grab a gat, call it click. If you want to do that, the link is below in the chat, and I've been posting the link this entire show. So don't be coming up in here saying, oh, yeah, he didn't give me no chance to say nothing. He didn't give me no chance. No, you have a chance to speak. It is through the chat. You just got to click the link, you know, and whatever. I will screen the call for just a couple seconds just to make sure that your line is good. You come in here talking some craziness, fuck out of here. I'll kick you out immediately. But if you come in talking about what I anticipate, which is gaming, fun shit, life, whatever the fuck, you just want to come in here and have a good time about games particular for the most part, yeah. You want to talk about some life shit, sure, but I'd like to keep it gaming. This is not a therapy session. but I am here for y'all. So if y'all want to come here and say something, talk about some games or CES or Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, you got something you want to get on off your chest, feel free. I'm here for you. But anyways, let's keep it moving. We've been talking about CES and all this graphics card and shit like that for a hot minute now. Let's keep it pushing to something else. We were talking about the developer direct a little bit. If you want to hear what we were talking about from that, you'll have to rewind and go back a little bit. As for right now, let's go on ahead and move on to the next subject, which is I guess I don't have a whole lot more to actually talk about. That's actually it. That's all for the topics that I have that I put on the docket for today, which is fine with me. Oh, Lord, what is this? What is this that I'm seeing, y'all? I had this brother on the show not that long ago. Game Dev Micah. He got a couple boxes right there. What's that? He got a couple boxes. What's happening there? Let's have some fun for a little bit. Let's just surf my Twitter. You might see something. You might see something scrolling on my shit. Oh, shit. Oh, you know if you know. That was my shit back in the day, bro. I don't know about y'all, but that was my shit back in the day, bro. SmackDown was my joint, man. I loved SmackDown, WrestleMania, and No Mercy. I'm missing one. Backstage Assault was ass. I actually liked Thunder. I did like WCW Thunder for some reason. I mean, call me lame, call me whatever you want. I enjoyed that game, Thunder, quite a bit. I don't know why. Diamond Dallas Page and shit, that was just my joint. That was my time. That was my era. I loved it. Dorian Gray says, well, I run an animation VFX company that contracts for companies like Riot. Ooh, okay, Dorian Gray, I see you outside working, brother. That's what's up. Yes, Yobi, you seen that 5080 from Game Dev Mike? I had him on my show not that long ago. Dude is all about Unreal Engine 5. He's a damn monster. He's been working with other companies trying to figure out the whole destruction thing. Let me actually go back to his to his shit real quick, because he has a pretty nice little channel. You don't have his channel posted up on here. What the hell is Fab Listings? Okay, so here he is talking about some of his shit, right? So he likes working with destructible things. He's all about that shit. And you can, and he has his own plugin that you can use. So if you're a video game developer looking to make games, you might want to look into this. Game Dev Micah is a good dude. I really enjoyed his company. He was very knowledgeable. I'll definitely have to have him come back at some point, so he can come through and give us some more information about, you know, the upcoming things when it comes to Unreal Engine 5. But anyways, Dorian Gray says, I can't wait for the ponies to claim the Pro Beats, the 50. Oh my goodness. Stop it. You know, oh my goodness. I mean, it don't even beat the 4070. So I mean, none of these consoles do. I'd be surprised if next generation did. Just my thoughts. Anyways, Back from the Dead says late 90s or early 2000s game. I haven't watched wrestling since then. SmackDown, No Mercy, WWE, Raw 2 was my shit. Okay, yeah, Legendary Yovi, he got his own list of wrestling games that he big into. Yodani Quezada says I had a Zenith television that looked like your overlay. Yeah. Mine was it a Zenith? No, I had a Magnavox. I had a Magnavox TV, and I had those two little fork things that you have to screw into in the back to be able to get your the coax cable. Man, that was some shit, dude. Playing video games. I used to play NCAA football 2000 like a goddamn demon on that TV. On that knob TV, NCAA College Football 2000 by EA. That was after they stopped making Game Breaker. They used to make Game Breaker back in the day for the for the OG PlayStation, and then they started coming out with NCAA football eventually. What? Wait, was it Game Breaker? No, it wasn't Game Breaker. I don't think because Game Breaker was 989 Sports, so that wasn't EA. 989 Sports did Game Breaker, and they also did Game Day. I'm thinking of Bill Walsh. That was EA's college football game, was Bill Walsh. And then they went to, I think, I'm going to look this shit up. Because I think they had like a 98. I think that was the first NCAA football game. It was either 98 or 97. I think Eric Crouch from Nebraska was on I'm going to look it up right now. NCAA football games. No, video games. All right, so we need to go to Wikipedia. Okay. Oh, wow, we went back to 90. Okay, so Bill Walsh, college football, Bill Walsh, 95. Okay, so 96 is when they did their first college football game without Bill Walsh being in it. 97. I think 98 was... Okay, so see, I knew it. College football 97 was the Nebraska quarterback, just like I thought. Tommy fucking Frazier. That dude was a demon. Tommy Frazier was a demon. Y'all make fun of Nebraska. I'm finna put y'all on some game real quick. Y'all be making fun of Nebraska. Let me put some Tommy Frazier on y'all real quick. If y'all don't know Tommy Frazier, that man was a goddamn demon. Tommy Frazier for Nebraska was a fucking problem. What the hell is this? This is not... Okay, yeah, okay. So, yeah. This man right here was an absolute problem for Nebraska back in the... Look at this shit right here. Quarterback. He's a quarterback. That was his Heisman run, which he ended up not even getting the Heisman. It was bullshit. That man was a demon, though. Look at this fool. It's like a video game. What the fuck is that? Yeah, I could sit here and watch college football highlights forever. I mean, this dude was a demon, though. I mean, who does this shit? This is like some Johnny Manziel before Johnny Manziel. Dude is a demon. Anyways, we're going back to gaming. I'm having too much fun. Yes, go Big Red. You goddamn right, Ron Slusher. Go Big Red. yeah, Dorian Gray, you're right. He said, dude is a fullback that can throw. Like, facts. Look how big this motherfucker is. He's huge. Just a dimes. All right. I need to get out of here because this is all right. Let's stop. Let me get up out of here. College football. I love college football. Speaking of college football, I really hope the next college football game comes out this next year. But man, I hope they do big upgrades because this last one, College Football 25, the recent one, I thought was pretty hot. I was way more hyped than it was worth, though. I was way more hyped for the game than it was worth. And that was disappointing. It was kind of disappointing. Just because, like, I won the Heisman Trophy, and, like, all it was like a caption, essentially. Back in college football or NCAA football 06 race for the Heisman, they had a whole ceremony. This is 06 PlayStation 2. They had a whole ceremony. They had the people that they called up, and I got to hold the trophy in my hand and hoist it above my head. That was in 06. 2025, it's a caption. You won the Heisman Trophy. And that's all it says. So, like, that was for a person like me that doesn't play online like a ton of other people do. I like the single player experience of sports games. And I feel like NBA 2K25, they overdo some shit that doesn't make sense, and you're like, why am I shooting guns in a basketball game? But then there's the complete opposite that is college football in Madden, where it's like you don't do shit. You don't do or see anything. And it's like, dude, we got to find a middle ground to where it makes sense, but there's still things to see and do. That'd be kind of nice. That's just my own own complaining and whatnot. But anyways, I'm finna get up out of you guys because I've clearly ran out of things to talk about. I'm watching football and shit with y'all. So I'm really excited to come back through here tomorrow because I will be right back tomorrow. And we will be talking about what is going down with or what to be excited for with CES. If anything got announced throughout the rest of the day, I'll be here tomorrow to talk to you guys about it. Like I said, you guys are more than welcome to always join the conversation if you want to. That's the reason I put it in the chat, and that's why I call this a call-in show, because you can do that. But, I understand it's the first episode. Probably the first week or two, I might not have very many people come in through here to spit their game and talk their shit or whatnot. And that is completely fine. That is 100% fine. I am fine being up here talking to the chat and to myself for 2 hours. I am totally fine doing that. But as things get rolling, as things get moving, whenever people do decide to come through and, come talk and have a good time, best believe I'll be here giving them that work that they need. Pause. But anyways, you were asking about CES, Yobi. So CES 2025, you asked about the time. And so it starts tomorrow. I know that. But as for the time, I just had it up here. Where the hell did that go? It was just, okay, up here, full schedule. There it is. All right, so I think it's like supposed to start at, I know they have their thing tomorrow at 6:20 p.m. for NVIDIA, but I think it starts tomorrow morning. I had the shit up here already. View full schedule. All right, so Tuesday. Yeah, so 8:30 is when it actually starts. Panasonic will have their keynote at 8:30 a.m. Followed by the impact of XR, AR, smart glasses, and spatial computing. And then, yeah. I'll be starting my show around this time tomorrow, around the 8:30 mark, 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern. So some of this stuff might already be off the docket, but we'll definitely pop through tomorrow, watch some of it, see what's kind of popping with it. Hopefully some people are live from the showroom floor there. Maybe we can check out their stream and talk about it, see what's going down with it. Back from the Dead says, I think Intel is giving its keynote now, and AMD and NVIDIA go later. So NVIDIA, as I said earlier, they have their key. What? Oh, it is tonight. Yeah, it's tonight at, I thought it said tomorrow. What the fuck is going on? What's happening? All right, so let me go back and check out some of this other stuff. So, because as for today, because I know the main thing is supposed to be tomorrow, but as for today, so what has already happened is Verio Power Session and LG Electronics Media Day press conference. So that's why we were talking about the TV and stuff like that just a little bit ago. Then the Innov Station Power Session, Leadership Roundtable, AI, Entertainment, and Technology Visionaries, Hisense Media Day press conference, which I'm kind of interested in that, to be honest. That already happened. Bosch Media Day, Electronics. If you don't know Bosch, Bosch, if this is the same company, I believe it is, they do like spark plugs and shit like that for like cars and stuff like that. They're like top of the line in that shit. HDMI Power Session, the Hollywood Trajectory, Generative AI Timeline 2025 to 2030. So you can get a little timeline of what Hollywood is working on trying to do. Is AI the machine that's going to eat Hollywood, or is a tech wonder that takes creativity to the next level? What is the state of AI today, and what about tomorrow? So that is the Hollywood Trajectory that they're talking about. The explosive advertising experience. That might be something. No. I was going to say that might be something that Hip Hop Gamer might have been alluding to, but this is more on the artificial intelligence side. So I'm not sure if that's what, because Hip Hop Gamer was speaking a lot about gaming in advertising, not exactly about AI and advertising. He has been talking about AI and gaming, but he wasn't talking about advertising. All right, but anyway, CES 2025 trends to watch presented by CTA. So that will be going. That should be going on like right now. If not, like I think this is based off of my time right now. So this should be going on like right now. If not, it happened an hour ago. if this is going on based off of Eastern Standard Time. John Deere, that's great. This is like the area of the world that I'm in, fucking Midwest, John Deere. But anyways, let's see. At 11 a.m., we got TV streaming and advertising, dynamic platforms, opportunity, monetizing strategies for Hollywood brands, safeguard innovation, how standard create a safer world presented by ULSE, TCL Media Day press conference, brand innovators. Let's see. This is an interesting one. At 1 p.m. today, they got gaming and franchises, the future of gaming IP. And it says, look at the biggest IP brand in gaming were built and how this IP will expand into new territory. So that might be something that we may want to talk about a little bit tomorrow. Let's see, retail technology transformation online, AI, social, in store, AI, cinematic, spatial, and XR, the next level of creativity at 1 to 140, 1 to 140 as well. Let's see. All right, 1 to 145 Toyota Media Days and Siemens Media Day. It just seems weird saying that. Ugh. Anyways, yo, so this might be what hip hop was talking about. Gamevertising. I'm actually gonna click on that real quick. It says gamevertising, immersive brand experience in gaming. So I'm actually gonna go to my clip that I have of Hip Hop Gamer talking about this. Let me go over to Twitter. Actually, let me send it because I have the actual video. I'm gonna just send it to myself, and then just so you guys have kind of an idea of what I'm talking about. I don't want to just be like shooting from the hip when hip hop was saying something else. So let me see. Because what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to share this from my phone to Twitter, and then we'll watch it from there. All right, found it. Found it. This is great. So I just have to wait for this to upload. All right, it's uploading. Sorry for those of you that are kind of sitting back waiting. All right. So, right here.
Oh, right? Imagine you.
Me and hip hop were talking about this just a little bit ago, and I find it interesting that they're talking about this at the at CES later today. But anyways, check this out.
Oh, let me tell you what's going on, right? Imagine you chilling in the crib watching the Lakers play or something like that. When a commercial come on, instead of it just being like a regular commercial you watch, like when we do, you'll be able to play the commercial. So like, let's say,
I see
NBA
what they
2K,
doing.
You get like 2 minutes.
That's nasty
and
work.
As long as your controller is plugged into your TV, you can play the game. And
People gonna mess around and stay on that stay on that little mid screen.
Nah, but what happens is you got a time limit before the broadcast come back on. So you gotta
Fair
play
enough.
in that time limit. And then, so what's happening
What happens if you want to keep playing though?
Nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. It is, because it is. Within the 2 minutes, can you score 10 points in 2 minutes?
Oh,
and if you get this,
kind of like a bet kind of thing, right?
You get like BC dropped into your account, but you're playing
Oh.
the game from the TV. There's no system. Oh, let me tell you what's going on, right? Imagine you chilling in the crib watching the Lakers play or something like that. When a commercial come on, instead of it just being like a regular commercial you watch, like when we do, you'll be able to play the commercial. So like, let's say,
I see what they
NBA
doing.
2K, you get like 2 minutes.
That's nasty
And
work.
as long as your controller is plugged into your TV, you can play the game. And
People gonna mess around and stay on that stay on that little mid screen.
nah, but what happens is you got a time limit before the broadcast come back on. So you gotta
Fair
play in that time limit. And then, so what's happening
What happens if you want to keep playing though?
Nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. It is, because it is.
Wow.
Within 2 minutes, can you score 10 points in 2 minutes?
Oh,
And if you get this,
kind of like a bet kind of thing, right?
You get like BC dropped into your account, but you're playing
Oh.
the game from the TV. There's no system.
So there we go. So that is what I'm assuming they're talking about right here. Because I believe Hip Hop Gamer is at CES, right? And I think this is what he was referring to when he was telling me that back at the Game Awards last month is gamevertising, an immerse brand experience in gaming. Explore how brands craft impactful game sponsorship, gamify campaigns, products, placement to engage gamers and build authentic connections. That's kind of interesting right there, right? Just having the idea of whether is advertising within your game. So, we just got done seeing that advertisement for Naughty Dog's latest game, right? You seen the advertising in there for like Porsche, right? Obviously for Sony, it's a Sony game, but we already knew that. But they have the advertising for like the Walkman type shit in there, and like the Porsche as if they're driving a vehicle, right? I mean, that was her vehicle. Her vehicle was a Porsche, but it was a Starcraft or spaceship or something like that, right? That's a little bit of in-game advertising, but there's also the flip side of that to where it's like, all right, well, you're not playing a video game. How can we bring a video game to you in the meantime of, ads? There's these 10-second ads on YouTube. Instead of being eager to hit the skip button, how can we make you interact with the ad to keep you looking at the ad, but also not feeling like it is taking you away from something, although it really actually is keeping you away from the one thing that you're looking at seeing. Shout out to Yobi. He says, a lot of people shit on Hip Hop Gamer. I will always have respect and root for him always. Yeah, man. And I'm going to put you on a little bit of game. A lot of people do kind of take a dump on them or try to discredit or say that they came out with something, and hip hop then unfortunately has to say, yo, I talked about that a long time ago. I know Tom Warren said something not long ago saying that he was first to talk about something that hip hop was actually first to talk about. And also same first name, Tom Henderson had another situation with, or had a different situation with Hip Hop Gamer as well, where he was getting super salty that hip hop called him out for saying, yo, that was my information that a lot of people ran out with, and no one's giving me the credit for it. So shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. He is out there knowing things. He might not hit everything on the nail every single time because plans change. I can assume that sometimes he hears something and then shit changes. Same kind of thing happens with Paris Lily a lot. He'll hear something, he'll think something's going one way, and then it changes, right? So nobody is 100% right all the time. But he's right a good amount of times, at least enough to make my ears perk up and want to hear what he has to say. Just being around Hip Hop Gamer in person taught me everything I needed to know about him. It taught me everything that I needed to know about him. He is like that outside. He is loud and proud. He is very positive. And yes, everybody does know him. Yes. It's not a joke. His whole persona is not fraud. None of it. It's all real. He did all of that talking to all these big name people. Excuse me, Ham. I need to go holler at these people. Like he was all over the place. And then he's still dope enough, relaxed enough to sit and have dinner with me and Lemon. He came back and kicked it with us and had dinner with us in the midst of him being able to go talk to plenty of other people. Go hang with a ton of other people. Go talk to a Phil Spencer, Aaron Greenberg. He's the one that introduced me to Yoshei Yoshida. Shuhei Yoshida. I always mess up that his first name. Shuhei Yoshida. He's the one that introduced me to him and Aaron Greenberg. I wouldn't have been able to shake either one of their hands if it wasn't for Hip Hop Gamer. So yes, He is like that. He is nice like that. But like, I don't know. I know a lot of people don't exactly love him because of his stance. He is a big PlayStation guy, and he just is. And I think some people just cannot put that to the side. And I get it. You know, like, hey, if you don't like something and somebody's championing that first before they get to your shit, you're probably not really going to want to hear what that person has to say all the time. But I'm telling you that he has his favorite thing just like I do, but he fucks with everything just like I do. So I can respect that. Dorian Gray said he's cool, but I really dislike how he glazed the pro. If you're a real gamer, you are getting a pro. Yeah, I mean, but that's what he does, and you know, hey, I ain't gonna hate on him for it. I say that I'm not getting the pro, and I don't see why anybody needs to get a pro. But am I wrong? Maybe not to you. But if you go ask Persona or Jay Bari or Hip Hop Gamer, they say don't listen to Ham. Ham is wrong about that. Get yourself the pro. And depending on your needs, I could be absolutely right or I could be fucking wrong. It all depends on you, the consumer, at the end of the day. You got to look. A lot of us need to look past the need of somebody else to butter us up. Like, no, I don't need hip hop to butter me up. I don't need Lord Cognito, King, 108 Dragon, Yobi, Loke. I don't need nobody to get me excited for something. And I don't need them also to make me feel like shit about anything. But if I'm looking to learn or not like something or like hear something negative to it, I know where to go to get my fix. Right? I don't want to hear good things about PlayStation. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go to WBG. If I want to hear negative shit about PlayStation, I'll go to WBG. If I want to hear negative shit about Xbox, I'll probably go to Mooch's podcast. I'll listen to that. If I want to hear shit in between, I'll listen to Lemon. I'll listen to Iron Lords. If I only want to hear positive PlayStation stuff, I'll listen to Mystic. If I only want to hear positive Xbox stuff, maybe I might listen to Cold Eastwood. If I want to hear something in between, I mean, I'm here. Me and Loke, we fight all the time about what's worth it, what's good for the consumer and what's bad for the consumer for all of the platforms. So there is plenty to pick. You don't have to anticipate or expect the person that you're sitting in front of right now or the screen that you're looking at or the channel that you follow to agree with everything that you say. Because that's not going to happen. Enjoy what you can enjoy and move the fuck on. But anyways, Ray Chi says, oh my goodness. Ray Chi says, the Xbox Prime hate the name will have GTA 6 at 60 FPS. Why would we have to wait until that for it to be at 60 FPS? Shout out to Legendary Yub. He said facts, Ham. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know. You might not be wrong though, Rachie, because keep in mind, GTA 5 was 30 FPS on the 360 and did not get 60 FPS. Am I like hold on a second. I need to look this up. All right. Was GTA 5 30 FPS on the Xbox One? I want to know. No, it was 30 FPS. Just like I thought. Just like I thought. So for 2 whole ass generations, GTA 5 was 30 FPS. For the 360 generation, and then for the next generation, I mean, which it kind of came out right when the consoles kind of came out. If I'm being real, it pretty much came out when the new consoles came out. It came out just like, what, a couple months earlier? It was damn near like Cyberpunk, right? But thank you, Dorian Gray. He says every Rockstar game released at 30. So there you go. 30 FPS. So going back to what Raichi was just saying, he just said just a little bit ago, he says the Xbox Prime will have GTA 6 at 60 FPS. I say, why should we have to wait? But then again, I look at things like Hellblade, Starfield, the way it launched, and things that are big and don't have loading screens like Dragon's Dogma 2. Right? So Dragon's Dogma 2, now it has the ability to hit 60 FPS, but when it launched, and keep in mind, now that it has the ability to hit, it doesn't mean that it's hitting it repeatedly or like consistently. Like it's dropping, going back up, dropping, and shit like that. That's even for the PlayStation 5 Pro, right? That's even for the fucking Pro, right? They add all that extra GPU, it ain't do shit. It ain't do enough, is what I should say. It did something. It didn't do enough. But that game is taxing. And Dragon's Dogma 2 is a great game. But keep in mind, having everything, because when you first turn on that game, it takes a minute to load. Because it's loading up everything, so you don't have to have a load screen again. And it's amazing because you go from running around outside fighting a fucking griffin to running inside of a cave, no load screen, fighting a fucking giant or something like that. It's pretty impressive, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's probably going to have its flaws, especially with GTA. Much more going on in that game than Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma got people walking on the road. It got animals. It has random goblins and shit like that. GTA has so much more going on. They have lights on building, lights on the road, things that you can run over to knock the light out from being there anymore, that it has to react to. People walking on the side of the road, cars going up and down the road, you know, things that it has to keep loaded up for you at all times within the area that you can at least see and stuff like that. Dragon's Dogma it's a heavy game, but I don't think it's going to be on the same heft as something like a GTA 6. And with that being said, woo, you're asking that to run 60 FPS on console on a $500 device. That would be amazing. But also keep in mind, they haven't even gave us 60 FPS for Red Dead 2. And that game is very heavy. It's a last gen game, but that doesn't mean it. I mean, it's still like 100 gigs just to download that bitch. So I would not be surprised. Because best believe, even if it is at 30 FPS, that game is selling out. That game is selling crazy. As soon as somebody says GTA is you don't even got to finish it's being purchased. It's being purchased. I bought it right before he even said UT and out. It's in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Shout out to Dragonheart Yobi. He says only time I got 60 FPS on Xbox One base for GTA 5 was when I was online in an empty server. It was 60 FPS until the server got full and went back down to 30. Oh man. And what's crazy is Rockstar's 30 FPS looks amazing. You might be like, 30 FPS, that's disgusting. If you're a console gamer, shut the fuck up. 30 FPS is where you live. Oh, not on the PlayStation. If you played Dragon's Dogma 2, yes, it was where you lived. For these heavy new games to come out, I wouldn't be surprised if GTA 6 was a 30 FPS game. Now, I would be blown away if it was 60 FPS. My goodness, Dorian Gray. Here we go with that $100 talk again. All right. GTA $99.99 standard edition. That's what Dorian Gray thinks. That's what a lot of people have actually went on ahead and said and believed. And I don't think that is, if the game is bringing something innovative and new and not just GTA 5 with a new set of missions, like it is bringing like completely new ways of playing Grand Theft Auto, then I'm not mad at that price. I will play $100 for a game that can keep me engaged for a crazy amount of time. I bought special editions. If you can see right here, I got this Starfield special edition right here. That cost me 300 guap right there. You know what I'm saying? So I will spend $100 for a game, especially as something as big as GTA. And tell you what, if they're coming out with some sort of collector's edition that you can get something cool or special like a neon light or something, day one. I want that on my wall. For sure. But yeah, man, I don't even know how I got all the way over here talking about GTA and whatnot. I don't even know. I don't remember. It's probably because of y'all in the chat. Shout out to y'all in the chat. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I was supposed to be out of here like a half hour ago, 40 minutes ago, but I ran into, this list thanks to Yobi. He was like, yo, what time is certain shit's happening? And I ended up looking at what time. I ended up talking all the way down until I got to gamevertising. And then that reminded me of what Hip Hop Gamer said. And then Ray Chi over here talking about GTA 6 on the new Xbox Prime. Shout out to where you at? Where are you at here? I know you, motherfucker. I know you up there. Taye, there you are. I seen you, sucker. I seen you a little while ago. You've been here for a hot minute. I appreciate you, brother. He said, Xbox Prime seems like a good name. If they can drop it for next year along with the handheld, that'll be impressive. I don't think it's gonna be next year though. I know at this point next year you're talking 2026, right? That's what I assume that you're talking about. It's 2026. I'm thinking before PlayStation, but PlayStation's like 2028, I think. I think 2027 is when you see Xbox launch. But the thing is Xbox, they not only have do they have to launch before, but they have to launch comfortably before. and I'm not really even saying to rival PlayStation, but more or less to make sure that their hardware and software coexist properly and it's a good marriage. We loved the 360, but we could probably say if they spent a little more time, they probably wouldn't have had the Red Ring of Death. But they rushed it out, and then the Red Ring of Death happened, right? So that's all. That's the only reason I'm saying that they need to take their time, relax, kick back, get this thing delivered out before the PlayStation 6. Yes, but if you have to rush, then don't do that and just launch it at the same fucking time as PlayStation 6. Because there's no reason for you to hurry up to get out in front of somebody just to fuck it up and have to give out refunds while the next thing came out and started to get hot. It wouldn't make any sense. It'd be ass backwards. Let me read some more of these chats. Let me read some more of this, and I gotta get the fuck up out of here. God damn. But Legendary Yobi said, I got the Starfield Launch Collector's edition. That was $500 ham. I was happy to spend that. Starfield Direct sold me crazy. Yes, it sold me crazy too. What'd you get for $500 though? I want to know what you got for $500 because I spent $3 and I got the watch. What'd you get? Did you get like a coat? Motherfucker, did you get a did you get a car? Like what did you get? Oh man, shout out to Yobi though. But my cousin, shout out to him, Matthew Hum, says I used to think I was too blazed to notice and too casual to care. But seeing the peak Cyberpunk gameplay changed my mind. Yeah. I'm assuming you're talking about the 30 FPS versus 60 FPS. That's what I'm assuming you're talking about, right? Because that 30 FPS, it works. I'll play a 30 FPS game, no problem. I beat Starfield at 30 FPS. I'll play a 30 FPS game. I played Dragon's Dogma, no problem. I also played Helldivers. Check that out. I played shit. My audio cut out for a second because I accidentally smacked my mic. No, I played Helldivers at 30 FPS even. On my Steam Deck, of course, not on my PC. On my Steam Deck, because my Steam Deck is only so powerful. I played that 30 FPS and it was fantastic. Now, will I say I would just be cool playing that? If that was my only option, yeah, I would be fine playing that. Am I gonna play that over a 60 FPS option? Probably not. Because even when I was playing, I beat Starfield at 30 FPS, right? I played most of it on my Xbox. But when things started getting a little shaky, and I was hanging out in an area that, had a lot of dropping and shit like that, I hopped on my PC. I did. I have the option. I awarded myself that option. I purchased this shit. That was the reason I purchased it. All the people laughing, oh, you can't play your Xbox at 60 on that game. You have to hop on your PC. Yeah. Same thing with fucking Dragon's Dogma. Whether I'm on PlayStation or Xbox, if I want to play that game, it runs smoothest at 30. Like it or not, they have the 60 FPS mode option on there now, but both of those games run better at 30. They just do, unless I hop over my PC. Same thing with Final Fantasy 16. I was playing that heavy on my PlayStation. Ran at 30. There's a 60 FPS option on there, but I wasn't finna use it. It was broken. I'm not going to sit there and use the 60 FPS option just because it's there. If it's broken, I'm not going to use it. I did that with Jedi Survivor. I beat the entirety of Jedi Survivor in 30 FPS because 60 FPS wasn't working. And then like 2 months after I beat the game, they're like 60 FPS works now. And I'm like, okay. I don't care. I already beat it. So it works. like I'm happy that Starfield is now 60 though, because that's a game that they're going to continue to add on to. Kind of like Skyrim, right? Skyrim, you probably played that back in the day at 30 FPS. But that game just kept giving and kept giving. And here you are at update 32, and it got 60 FPS, and it has all of the DLC and stuff like that that you can purchase with it. Oh yeah. You definitely playing that at 60. I played Skyrim last night. I tell you what, I got my ass whooped in Whiterun last night. It was rough. It was rough because I didn't remember how to play. So I was supposed to punk some people to make them pay their fees to essentially keep us from whooping their ass. Pretty like mafia type shit, right? Like you guys want to be in business, y'all want to, sell your shit and whatnot, make sure you pay me for protection. So yeah, I had them paying me for protection and whatnot, but I fucked around and stabbed a regular customer up in the shop, and the whole town turned on your boy. It was bad. Oh man, Dorian Gray, you disrespectful. He said Final Fantasy Rebirth running at 54 FPS at 480p. Yeah, that's that whole upscaling and shit, right? Because I know Alan Wake has that upscale as well for the PS5 Pro. That's like 648p or some wild number like that. It's up res to like 4K or something, which is insane. But hey, they made it kind of work. So hey, if you bought that system and you like that, have at it. I'm not you. I don't have to deal with it. Legendary Yobi says it was Starfield, the game, the watch, the patches, the steel bookcase, Shattered Space DLC. Did I spend $500? I don't remember. I thought I spent only $300 on that because I got all that same shit. How'd you end up spending $500? I could have swore I spent $300 on that. Reezy says, okay, he's talking to Ray Chi. Dorian Gray says, I'll play RPGs at 30, but a shooter, hell no. I feel that. I ain't gonna lie. Playing Helldivers at 30, it worked. But like I said, it was on the Steam Deck, so I gave it a pass. But if it was on the Xbox or PlayStation, it wouldn't have got a pass. It got the pass specifically because it was on the Steam Deck. But yeah, online games, online shooters, rough at 30 FPS. Didn't you notice I didn't really mention any shooters or like FPS games, right? Or I shouldn't say FPS games. I didn't really mention any online PvP games. Because another game that I played a lot on 30 was Stalker 2. Because it took them a couple weeks to get those patches out. So I played that game a lot at 30 on console. And let me tell you, I was constantly encumbered, so it didn't matter. Because I was not running in that game. I was moving like lasagna in that game, so it didn't matter. 60 FPS? What's 60 FPS if I'm moving like a snail? It don't matter. So yeah, I mean, I was constantly encumbered in that game, so I was not. I mean, like I'm not gonna say I didn't want the 60 FPS because I definitely wanted it, but the patch wasn't working properly, or the 60 FPS version wasn't working properly. And like I told you, I'm not gonna play a broken 60 FPS game because it looks worse. It looks worse than 30 FPS. It does. Let's see. Let me see. I'm missing a couple of these chats. Man, the chat is rolling right now, and my is this shit froze? That is pretty neat. Why is this froze? Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll just open another window for it because I can't see the chat now. Y'all broke me. Y'all broke my shit. I can't see the chat. All right, let me see. Let me get back over to. Come on now. All right. We back. All right, so let me see. Let me catch back up where I was. All right, Richie said Arrowhead optimized the game a lot, and now you can have 55 to 60 FPS experience. Yeah, but not really on the Steam Deck like that though, bro. Like, no. Like, I was not getting 60 FPS on my Steam Deck, dog. I was getting 30. And they have Steam Deck. They actually have a Steam Deck like optimization slider on there now. So like you pick Steam Deck, right? And yeah, it was nowhere near 60. It was like at 30 FPS. Showtime Reezy says, imagine if the Red Ring of Death never happened. Yeah. If that never happened, Xbox would have thrashed that generation. But that Red Ring of Death really reminded people that Microsoft was in charge and they had an idea of what they were doing, but not complete understanding of how to treat people right. I like what Peter Moore did. He made Peter Moore and I think it's Steve Ballmer, I want to say, the guy that owns the Clippers. He made sure, because I want to say Ballmer made sure after Pete had that situation happen, he's like, make sure to give everybody the opportunity to get a replacement if they bought it. And pretty much everybody was able to replace their 360s that had one, which is impressive. That is really impressive. Shout out to the cuz. Matthew Hum says Stanfield, which fuck you for saying that. Sims 2.0 doesn't even know how to use 60. What you don't know how to use 60. What are you talking about? It is 60 FPS on Starfield. But I will tell you, that expansion is not. That expansion is rough when it comes to like, or at least it was when I played it. It was not hitting 60 FPS very, very comfortably. There was a lot of glitches and stutters and stuff like that. Keep in mind, so one thing that you have to keep in mind, because my cuz, Matt Hum, you said it doesn't know how to use 60 FPS right. Keep in mind you have the Series S. Keep that in mind big time. You don't have the Series X. If you had the Series X, it'd be a lot more comfortable on your console. But you have a smaller GPU in that system. The CPU is pretty much the same, but then you also have less memory in the Series S, which I have a Series S. I have a Series S, a Series X, and a PC. And a bunch of other consoles and games and shit like that. But I can tell you, Starfield looks amazing on the Series S. Does it run a comfortable 60? Not like the Series X. No. And you got what you paid for in that situation. There are like that game. I was surprised that it even ended up getting a 60 FPS version. But when it did, there was definitely some compromises that the Series S had to deal with. And it worked its way up to getting to 60 FPS. it definitely wasn't near as comfortable holding it as the Series X was near the launch. Moving on, the whole must have 60 FPS or better is weird to me. I don't know. Just give me a good game. Showtime Reezy says, I agree with that. I think the whole must have 60 FPS for a $500 device is weird. I agree with that. But if you're spending between $1,000 to $5,000 on a PC, I can understand you being like, I'm not dealing with that shit. I get it at that point. But if you only spending $500 for a console, or even less than $500 for a console, kindly shut the fuck up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You can want what you want, but you're going to have to take what you can get. I mean, and you get what you pay for, regardless. Yobi, Ham Imagine, next Jeff damn fighting game for next gen. Man, I wish. Man, you know what I wish, Yobi? I wish we'd hear about that Wu-Tang game that Xbox was supposed to be helping out with. By Brass Lion. You remember what I'm talking about? I haven't heard not a peep. Every year in June, I hope to see that game. And I don't even know what I'm looking for, but I hope to see it every year. And this year, it's the same. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Day Reezy says, or Showtime Reezy says, yeah, steal a damn apple in Starfield, then expect the entire town to come after you with pitchforks and torches. Yeah, Starfield, Skyrim, all bro. They put you in jail and then they take all the stuff that you stole. It's very similar. It's funny how Rachie says it's funny how some people are making fun of PCs, that can't run native 4K all the games, while the PS5 runs the same game at 480p upscaled. Yeah, I mean that is a fact. I mean, I don't think a lot of people understand that their shit's being upscaled. I think that's a lot of what it is. People look at the PS5 and it says 4K on it, and then the game says that it's running in 4K when it's really upscaled from like a 900p, 640p, or 480p. It's being upscaled from that to a 4K, but a lot of people don't really know that, because all they do when they see when they hit the info button on their TV, it says 4K, and that's all that matters to them. They have no idea that Starfield that they're playing on their Xbox Series X or Series S is upscaled to a higher resolution from a really low resolution. Checkerboarding and all that stuff that happens. Like, a lot of people don't know that. So when they see that, hey, my PS5 is running something at 4K, although it's upscaled, not really 4K, what you would call Fox 4K, they then look at somebody that has a PC and says, how do you use a 1080p monitor? That doesn't make any sense. But then they go to look at the 1080p monitor versus the thing that's happening on the PlayStation 5 that's supposed to be 4K. And they're like, why does yours look better at 1080p than the 4K one? Right? So there's a lot. So there's a lot of that like just doesn't happen as well. Like, the realization doesn't happen because they don't see that, you know, this thing is taking advantage of 1080p properly and taking full advantage of it because it's using all of it, compared to something that's being upscaled and is using these different tricks to get things to run properly. And they also don't understand the nuance that comes with latency from some of that type of shit and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just kind of fake marketing, I guess, in a way. It kind of is, but at the same time, it sells. And, you know, the FTC and all these other companies aren't chasing these people down and telling them, yeah, you got to disclose this or you have to be loud and proud about it. They're able to hide it behind these, you know, things that say 4K, and then in the small print it says, but running in 480p upscale. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's being allowed to happen. So we can't be too mad at others for being they're not even willingly ignorant. They're just ignorant because it's not being shoved in their face. The truth isn't being shoved in their face as much as a partial truth is being put in front of them. If that makes sense. I feel like I'm doing a lot of rambling. It's probably because I'm getting kind of tired. Anyways, you guys, it's been a minute. I could keep reading your guys' comments and having a blast. I really appreciate everybody that's pulled up to the show. It's been this is the first time I've ever done the show. I had literally nobody show up and speak and spit their game and talk their shit. And I'm okay with that. Like I said, I don't expect people to come up every show. I don't even expect anybody to come up in the next week or two, but do know that the link will always be in the chat in case you guys want to come through and spit your game, talk your shit, grab your gat, call you click. You can definitely do the damn thing. Holler at your boy Ham Solo 05 Gaming. Like I said, let me know in the chat whenever you do join, just so I don't space off and forget about you. And yeah, hopefully I get to have some people on in the near future to be on here and conversate with me, maybe challenge what I'm saying, or maybe you have something to include that maybe I missed or skipped upon. So I'd be more than happy to have more people jump up in here and be part of the show, because I definitely do like talking to different people and hearing different perspectives. I do not want this to be an echo chamber of you listen to me and shut the fuck up. I don't want to run my channel like that. So thanks everybody for sliding through, showing some love. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, to continue to do my shit. Shout out Dorian Gray. He said Sweaty Steve Ballmer. He knew exactly who the fuck I was talking about. But y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. Y'all enjoy CES for the rest of today and tomorrow and however long the show is supposed to go on. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, and I'm not sure if Loke is having a show later on today with Tae and Ashis or whatnot. He hasn't really got back to me to tell me what's going down with him, so maybe you guys might see something going on this channel a little bit later on. Maybe not. I don't know, but regardless, you'll see your boy Ham Solo tomorrow. Make sure y'all are keeping it gaming or keeping it moving. Your boy Ham Solo is out of here. Deuces.